welcome back to my channel and to another video. My name is Tash and today we are going to do something Christmassy. If you can't tell by my Christmas jumper or my red nails or by the title and thumbnail in this video. So every year for my daughter, I actually create my own advent calendar rather than going and buying her something that's store-bought. Partly because I don't want to give her just chocolate every day, but also partly because it's fun and I can personalize it. Now, when my husband was a kid, his mum made an advent calendar that she used to use, and she would just put a Freddo frog in each of the days. My husband is one of 3 boys, and each day a different kid would get to pull out a Freddo frog. But my mother-in-law made this, and she passed it along to my husband and I. One year I did mini slimes. Last year it was hair accessories, so I got a bunch of hair clips. This year, my daughter, who takes after me, requested stationery for her advent calendar. Normally I don't ask her, but she's 8 now and I want to make sure that I'm getting her stuff that she'll really enjoy. So it's still a surprise for her, but I thought I'd let her choose the theme this year. So I went to Journal Safe and I grabbed a few items. What I'm doing is I'm making tags to go inside each of the pockets. So I have one here that I've started pre-making. Each little heart will have its own little tag to go in. Now on the back of these, you'll see when we make them, but each one will have common, rare and ultra rare, and Christmas Day will be a legendary. I'm gonna pop these down with a little bit of washi tape. So stick those down like that and you lift up the flap and it'll tell you which bucket you draw out of. So I've got 3 buckets just from Kmart here in Australia. Each of these buckets is going to be labelled with rare, common and ultra rare. For the longest time her favourite colour has been pink, but it's recently changed to purple. So we have a lot of purple going on. Each of these gifts is also going to be individually wrapped. The common, we've got 2 PET tapes, one that's got golden sun and moon, one with some pretty bubbles, a mini journal, some letter stickers. These are some magical purple witchy stickers, some tents with fairy lights and ivy, some vintage floral stickers. Got a little Christmas set of stickers. I've got some table skates, hot chocolate, dinner setting, fireplace and some sugar biscuits or sugar cookies there. Some castles that are purple. Some purple starry skies. So these are just like galaxy stickers, but I think they're really cute. These are just some paper, some scrapbooking paper. I can't show you all the designs because I don't want to open them. Some more of these stickers. These are the blue colorway, but they're more moons and witchy bits and pieces. Sticky notes and some more scrapbooking paper. This is like a geode mineral kind of set. Then in the rare bucket we have girl fashion stickers, a set of papers, and these ones actually come with, I didn't realise, 2 sticker pages, as well as some very adorable floral papers. And we also have 2 sticker books, one that's more of a pink and green seaside kind of vibe, and then we've got the bluey green stickers there, and a more magic themed, and some beautiful blues and purples with bright rainbow colours as well. All absolutely gorgeous. So those are the rare. And then the ultra rare, we have a set of outline pens. We have a blank journal with a beautiful leather cover, and it has different books, so it'll be refillable and reusable. So we've got blank, lined, and square grid paper, set of scissors because she's always jealous over my pair of scissors and has wanted her own, but I got them for her in the rainbow colour, and a pencil case, which you can see here, it can be used as a stand to put your pencils in or to hold your phone, and it can also be laid flat and used as a pencil case. And then the legendary item, which will be for Christmas Day, is a Hello Kitty stationery set, just a small one, but I don't have that yet. It was my husband's idea to do the common rare and ultra rare lucky dips because I was just going to do a big lucky dip bin for her. So first things first, I've created these tags out of some gold glitter craft paper. Now I got this from Kmart Kmart in Australia. I'll have a link to it below, but I'm sure you'll be able to find something pretty similar at your local craft store or something like that. I've pre-ruled all of this and cut some of the things in advance. This is how I did it. So they are 3.5 centimeters wide, 5 centimeters high, and the point is measured by ruling 3 centimeters and then finding the halfway point. So half of 3 centimeters is 1.75 centimeters. So you'd go here, 1.567, and then in between to 1.75. And then I just ruled a line to each point. And I just did that all the way through. So first I went through and I ruled lengthways, crossways, and then I did all the points. Now, in terms of my American friends, if we want to go by inches, it's 2 inches high, 1.5 inches wide, and then the point would be not quite 1.5 inches, but you do halfway for your 1.5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, so 1.4 inches, 1.4 inches wide, and then you would just find the halfway point here and measure along there that way. So that's what we have for these. So that's the size of each of the tags. And then what I'm doing is on the back, I've just got some plain white paper. This paper is going to cover here, and I made these similar size to the cardstock tag so that way they cover a lot of the back. So they are 3 centimeters wide, 4.5 high. In terms of inches, 1.2 inches wide, and then 1.8 high. And because we're doing 25 days of advent calendar, I only need 25 of these squares. And then for underneath, I haven't actually tested this, but I've ruled these out to be 2.5 centimeters wide, 1, 2, 3, 4 high. And then in terms of inches, that makes it 1 inch wide, 1.6 high. So I need 10 more tags. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn up the music for you guys, and we're going to fast forward through me cutting out all of these things, and then I will see you on the other side when we are ready to start rounding corners and adding on little details and assembling the tags. Okay, now the other thing that I forgot to mention was I'm also using some Christmas papers to decorate the front, and I've ruled these up, and these ones are 3 centimeters wide and 4.5 centimeters high, which makes them 1.8 high and 1.2 wide. So I'm just going to cut these up and we will be back. We've got 6 of each design here. So with all of the sizes that I've done here, I've done them for specific reasons. So first of all, that's not glued on. That's why we're going to use glue tape for this part, because the glue stick does not stick well on this cardboard paper. So, and for each of these, I wanted to be able to still see the gold, but also still get a decent amount of design. So that's why these are the size that they are. And then at the back, I wanted it to be big enough that you can still write something decent on here, but then also that it would be covered by this. And I made these long enough to start the fold there, but to still cover everything. So you want to fold down just a little edge here, and then that will go over this so that you can't see it. I'm not sure which one I want to use yet, but I have a variety of different Christmas washi tapes here, and the idea is that I will use a little bit of washi tape to then stick that down so that you can easily peel it off and then reveal underneath. So that's the plan anyway. And then the last supply that we need, I've got some ribbon here, some curling ribbon for the top so that you can pull them out by the tag. So the first thing that I'm going to do, which is what I did to all of these here, is I'm going to round all of the corners. They all look nice and kind of like they've already been manufactured that way. So I'm going to use the smallest point. Just round off the tip like that. Now with this one, I found that it's not rounding quite as nicely, so I'm using my scissors to tidy it up a little. But we just go through, slightly round that a little bit more, take my hole punch, pop it down far enough that it's not going to go through the edges there so it'll be a proper hole. And we have a lovely hole in the middle. And that's how we're doing the tags. And then for all of these will be rounded with this design. Just like that. And you can see here what the design looks like. I think I will do the same design for these little cards. And then for these ones, what I'm going to do is just round the bottom corners, but I might use the next size up for these, just so they look nice and rounded. It'll be like that. And then covered like that, which I think is going to be really cute. You can see what I'm doing there. So once again, I'm going to continue watching the Great British Bake Off, and I will round all of these corners, and I will catch you guys back here and we'll start assembling. I kind of want to just go gold on each of them because I think that's prettier, but my husband really wants to do blue. So I don't know if any of you play games, but if you do, usually common items are grey, blue is rare, purple is ultra rare, and yellow is often legendary. So they're not going to feel Christmassy if I do them in those colours. And my instinct is to do gold because it matches this. Maybe all of the common could be in silver and the rare, ultra rare and legendary could be. Just gonna grab my tweezers, so I think it'll be easier to put them together if we do it like that, and I'll show you up close when I've got them all together. Just making sure that I am gluing the side that has the pencil on it, because that way you're not getting any oil and I don't need to erase it. Put that in the middle. The reason why I'm using just a glue stick on these parts is because I go through glue tape so quickly and it's a lot more expensive. This way, if I use a glue stick, then it saves me a bit of money. So then that will go over there. But I am thinking maybe I will do like a little picture on each one. Let me find some inspiration. Okay, there's some Grinch inspired ones, but my daughter does not like the Grinch because he is mean, because he's mean, which I mean valid, honestly. So say for this one we could do like a little Christmas tree. I actually hadn't planned on doing this, but I don't like how bare it is, so but on here, bear with me for a second, we would have, for example, this would be common. Also, please excuse my nails today. I could not be bothered doing polygel today because it takes me hours to do a whole set. And then we'd use a little bit of tape to hold it closed, and you just peel the tape off. The only thing I don't like about this paper in particular is, like, here you get a bit of Santa's butt, but it doesn't feel as Christmassy because it kind of relies on you having specific parts of the pattern for this one. So if I had have thought about that properly before I did this, I probably wouldn't have used this paper and just done some extra of these. I could just do that, but I don't think it's necessary to waste the paper, so I'm just going to use what I have. Whereas these ones, they're far more repeated designs that show the Christmassiness no matter what part you use. But you live and you learn. And now, next time, if I ever do this again, I will know. Oh, I think they're really cute. I hope she likes them. And the thing is, this isn't necessary. You don't need to do this. I like to be creative and I like to make things special for my girl, you know? And this is my way of being able to do things like that. I don't know how commonly I have shared this on this YouTube channel, but I'm chronically ill. I have rheumatoid arthritis, I have fibromyalgia, I have POTS. I have a lot going on. Because of that, I can't do nearly as much as I want to be able to do for and with my girl. So when I am able to do things like this, it's my way of sort of showing her how much I care and how much I love her, and it's within my realm of capability. I can't go for a jog with her because I'll pass out, but I can put effort and love into making times like this special for her. For me, Christmas is not about advent calendars and gifts and things like that. Christmas is my holiday, you know? For me, it's about the lead up to Christmas. It's the Christmas baking with my daughter. It's the watching Christmas movies together, wrapping gifts and giving gifts to people, but not about receiving them, you know? But that being said, I always make an advent calendar for my daughter because I like to make it special. You guys will have to let me know if this is something that you enjoy watching, or if this video is a flop, and if you want more crafting videos and things like that. If that's something that you're interested in watching more of from me, or if it's something that you don't really care about and you just want journal content. The reason why I named my channel Tasha Creates is so that I wasn't locked into just doing journaling, because I'm also an artist. I draw and paint a lot. I also enjoy crocheting and cross stitch. Sometimes I make keychains out of shrink plastic. I personally like to do a bunch of different things, and I want to be able to share my art on this channel. I don't know, I don't think it needs to be perfect because my daughter is going to look at them for 2 seconds and it'll be about what she gets from the lucky dips, but I also don't want to do subpar work. One more. Okay, so we have, what did I say? How many common items? We have 14 common items. I'm so excited for when she opens these and she's gotten common for a few days and then she gets like her first rare or first ultra rare. I just think it'll be so fun. Oh, that didn't hold. Alright, we might need to rethink the glue stick here. This might need to be a glue tape situation. I just want to test with this one and see if we like the gold or the silver. I need to erase the pencil, obviously. It is a little hard to see. I might paint these, I might not. I don't know how much I should be into them because I don't want it to take forever at the same time, you know? I don't need it to be really perfect. Just simple. Do a little star on top. And with that, I can actually just go over it with a marker, but I need it to dry before I do that. I'm not sold on the silver. Let's go over this with a gold and just see if that's any better. You know, my husband may have been onto something because I'm not sure that's going to work. I have spares of these, so what I might do is just see if I can peel this off, which I can, and we will try again. Alright, I'm gonna find some markers. We'll just test the colours on the paper and see. Okay. It's pretty bright, so that could work. And then we need a purple, which I only have a purple in a thick nib, but I need a thin nib. I do have a light purple, and I have a grey, but that's not gonna work. You know what? I could do white gel pen. We might use the gold just for the legendary one. I usually prefer the Uniball Signo, but perhaps my jelly roll would be better. This one's almost empty, but yeah, that might be the one. Use that, and then we have 2 choices. Purple, which that's actually kind of hard to read. It's a bit thick, but you know what? I think that's it. Common would be in white. And it'll probably need a couple of layers. Still do a couple of little sparkles. I love how white looks on brown cardstock. It's my favorite. I have these. I got these from Journal Say, but the brush tip on these is incredible. We can erase that. Oh no, slight issue is that these eat the paper a little, so when you're erasing over top, you need to erase first. It will be fine though, I'm not going to redo it. Let's just do some little white sparkle on the tree, just like that. And then here, we just erase the common. We've got a cute little tree. It's not much, and then you flip it open. Ta-da! You've got common. I have my jelly roll there, but that's not what I was looking for. Oh, see, I put things away where they're not supposed to be, and then I can't find them again because of who I am as a person. I'll probably do a couple of layers of them. I know the drawings aren't great, but I'm just trying to do something fun so that there's something cute on the other side. Here we have it. So these are going to sit in the front. All right, I am just going to speed through making the rest of these now, and I will check in with you at the end when they're all done. Okay, I need to attach all of the flaps to each tag, and we also need to put some curling ribbon on the top of each tag. One, to add a bit of festive spirit, but two, because that way it can be a little bit easier to just grab it out of the thing like that. So, all I'm doing, I'm not even measuring it, is I'm just getting a length of curling ribbon. So I'm going to do half with red, half with white. Got one done there, so that's 12 of each colour. Oh, and something else that I didn't mention yet is that for the rare, so for the rare cards, we've got a bit of a silver sparkle. I haven't done it with common, and then ultra rare has a bit of a, hard to see, but a bit of a gold shimmer, and then legendary is just all gold. Although I am considering lining the word legendary with black pen just so that you can see the word a bit better. Maybe I'll do that now. There we go. You know, I don't know if it's better, but I think it's more legible at the very least. Let's cut 12 of these. And then all I do, take the ribbon, this is part of the reason why it's important to have the hole placed decently. Some of mine I actually had sitting a bit too close. You know, I don't even know. I might end up just cutting those off. We'll see. I had the hole sitting slightly too close to the edge, and if you try and tighten the ribbon, it could tear the paper because there's too thin of a gap in between. I'm not sure if it was any of these. Oh, this one here you can see is a bit closer. I don't think any of them are a problem, but just something to keep in mind. And then I take my scissors. I use not the sharp side. Now, my scissors, I use them for wrapping and paper, so they're also not too sharp, so I can safely hold them, but I don't recommend doing this. Use them in a way that's safe, or get an item that has a straight but strong edge, and then you need to go on the right side of the curling ribbon. So you can see here, one side of the ribbon is shiny, and the other side is more matte and more of a satin finish. What you need to do is run your item, your object, along the matte side, and that is what makes the curl. If you do it the other way, it'll straighten out the ribbon. And then what you can do is just play with it a little bit, loosen it, and you can usually mold it to sit nicely. I use this when I'm wrapping gifts. So there you have a couple of little tags. I don't know if I like that sitting on the back or not. I might trim these. just so they don't poke out quite as much. And there you have it. So I'm going to go through now and ribbon the rest of these, and then we're up to the last step of attaching the flaps, adding a cute little Christmas picture to it, just a very quick sketch, and the washi tape I will do afterwards because I need to know which is which, so... So we have a massive pile of curled tags. The first thing that I noticed while doing a bunch of these in a row is that you don't want it too short. You want enough that you can have a good curl on there, but you don't want it too long because otherwise there's too much curl and it'll look dumb. I think that's a good amount of curl. That's a good amount of curl. I think these ones are bordering on too short. And the other thing is I snipped these because I only did one knot in case I needed to take them off. This does make them potentially looser when you're curling though, so you need to watch out for that. If I was doing this again, and I'm not going to do it again because I don't want to waste the materials that I've used, but if I was doing it again, I would actually make this side longer too, and I would curl both of them. So if you're going to do this, keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go through and do the fun task of gluing every flap over. And do you know what? I think as long as I don't open these to see, which I'm going to need to, but if you don't open them, like if you have a note of like, and you're only working on a few at a time, this will stay flat and you won't need the tape. But as soon as you open it, they spring up. So keep that in mind as well. But I'm going to go through and finish these, and then we're on to the last step. Alright, these are all jumbled up. I don't know what is what, so I'm just going to do some random Christmas designs on each tag. So I'm going to do a couple more with a tree. This time I'm going to make sure I erase it before I color it, because that was a dumb mistake last time. I'm intentionally doing this a bit higher because some of them I've actually placed this brown tag underneath a bit lower than I probably should have, so that I had enough room for washi tape to tape this down, and we do have a good amount of room up here still. So yeah, so next time if I do these again, or if you're going to do them, perhaps consider measuring out if you need to, or just placing these slightly higher so that you have a centimetre or so rather than like half a centimetre. That's a quarter of a centimetre roughly, so I would consider leaving half a centimetre or quarter of an inch there so that you have room for washi tape if you want to tape down the little paper backing. But I'm going to go through, draw on all of these and colour them, and we will be back very soon. I've done very simple designs on each of the backs. We have a couple of trees with a star on top. I've done some stars. I've done some little puddings. I don't know, but they're cute. Candy canes, baubles, a couple of snowmen, and a couple of gingerbread men. And today I think I'm going to use my set of 60 Primrosea dual tip marker pens. They've got a brush and a fine tip. It says they're watercolor. I haven't found them very good for that, but they are good just as basic markers. So you've got your brush end and your fine end. Beautiful markers, beautiful packaging, and there's a good variety of color in this little 60 pack here. So I'm going to use these, and we're going to get coloring, and then we will be done. So I'm keeping it very, very simple. Only a bit of colour, it's not perfect. And I will also use some gel pen just for some little sparkles and highlights. I don't think they need much, to be honest. And we are all done. So we have some stars, some trees, some candy canes. I don't usually go non-traditional colours for baubles, but I did this time because purple is my daughter's favourite colour. And then we have some traditional colours here. I did 2 snowmen and 2 gingerbread man, all of which are not great, but I did my best. I didn't use a reference or anything, I just sketched them from my brain. And then the little puddings. These ones actually turned out way cuter than I expected. So there we go. So you can see those there, and you can see how each of them is a cute little tag. Actually, I wonder if these are common, legendary, and rare. Oh, that worked out really well. I mean, these could also be used as tags for homemade tags for gifts, just with whatever supplies you have lying around. I think that would also be cute, and you could have a little, put the this label part here over there with the name, or just write the name on top. You could use any colored paper. You could use like a red, and then have like a gold. There's so many options for this. They will work really well. My daughter's advent calendar. So it's not all filled up, but you can see here it matches in really nicely with the colours that I already have going on in this advent calendar that my mother-in-law made. There are a few things I'm not happy with, a few things I would change if I did it again. Given that I made them up on the spot, like I was kind of just going with the flow as it was happening, I think they turned out really, really well. I'm so pleased with how they've all turned out. I think I spent, not including working out measurements and everything, recording this video roughly, probably 6 or 7 hours all up I've spent on these, but I was also working out what to do as I was doing them and recording, which does take, it does take extra time. And I took a snack break as well, because it's now 4 AM and I needed something to eat. Overall though, I'm super happy with how these all turned out. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if this is something that you'd be interested in doing for yourself, if you make advent calendars, if you buy them, if you don't really do them, or if you don't celebrate Christmas. Let me know if you liked the video as well. Also, please consider subscribing. No pressure, but I would love to have you be a part of my little community that I have going on here. I'll also have all of the items that I've used, or as much as I can have, linked in the description box as well. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today while I made some advent calendar tags, and I'll see you for my December bullet journal plan with me video. Bye! I want to know if it's... See that? That's every day for me. I am so clumsy.